Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will understand the rank of a matrix and methods of finding rank of a matrix. We will discuss normal form, which is used to find the rank of a matrix. First, we discuss rank of a matrix. Suppose A is A and M by N be the order of this matrix. The rank of A is the order of the highest order sub-square matrix whose determinant is non-zero. To understand this sentence, let us take the example of A. The order of this matrix is 2 by 3. Now, the highest order sub-square matrices which we can find are of order 2. How can we find these matrices? Look at this. If you choose the first column and second column, then you will get A1. If you choose the first column and third column, then you get A2. If you choose second column and third column, then you get A3. These are the sub-square matrices of highest order, that is 2. Now if you find the determinant of one of these matrices, for example take A1, so its determinant is non-zero, therefore its rank is 2. Take another example, suppose B is a square matrix of order 3. Its determinant is 0 because one row is completely 0. So we will check the sub-square matrices of order 2. So here you get one such matrix 1, 4, 3, 2 whose determinant is non-zero. That's why you can say rank of B is 2. So in this way we have to check the highest order sub-square matrix for which determinant is non-zero, and this will be the rank of the matrix. This method is not very practical method because if you have a matrix of say suppose for example 3 by 4, then you will have number of sub-matrices, sub-square matrices, and it is very tough task to time-taking task to find the determinant of all these matrices. So in general we do not use this method to find the rank of a matrix. We will discuss other methods. Now before this we will describe elementary operations. So these are elementary row operations. The first one is interchange of ith row and jth row. The second one is multiplication of ith row with a non-zero scalar real number, and third one is replace ith row with the sum of ith row and k times the jth row. Similarly you can define column operations. Now equivalent matrices. Two matrices are said to be equivalent if one can be obtained from other by applying finite number of elementary operations. It means if you start with A1 and apply one elementary operation, suppose you get A1, again apply one elementary operation, suppose you get A2. So all these are equivalent. You can write A is equivalent to A1, A1 is equivalent to A2. Now the rank of a matrix is not affected by applying elementary operations. It means you can write rank of A is equal to rank of A1, this equal to rank of A2, rank of A2. Now normal forms. These forms are said to be normal forms where IR is the unit matrix of order R and this 0 is the zero matrix. To better understand this one, just take the example of R equal to 2. So this first one IR equal to means unit matrix of order 2. So you can write it in this way 1 0 0 1. Now look at this. This is IR. This is a unit matrix of order 2, and here this is the zero matrix. Zero matrix means the size of this matrix may be here only one row is there. It may be possible that two rows are there and three rows are there. Okay. So look at here. IR0, this is unit matrix of order R, order 2 here, R equal to 2. So this part is a unit matrix of order 2, and the remaining part here, it may be possible that is one column, two column, three columns. So other entries are 0. The remaining matrix is a 0 matrix. Similarly, this one IR00 means this part, this corner is a unit matrix of order 2, and the remaining entries are 0. It may be possible that here two rows are there, and here more than one column are there, but one thing is there that all other except this part, all other entries are 0, and each of these entries, look at this is a 0 matrix, here it is a 0 matrix, here it may be 0 matrix, and this one is a 0 matrix. Every matrix of order m by n can be reduced to normal form by application of a number of elementary operations. We can use elementary row as well as column operations for reducing a matrix into normal form. Now once you reduce a matrix into normal form, then the rank of the matrix will be R. That is, R is the order of the unit matrix. Now let us take one example to reduce a matrix into normal form and find its rank. Look at this A. Though there is no restriction for application of row transformation or column transformation, it is according to your wish. But what I can suggest you, start with this element, check this element. If it is 0, then replace this row with any other row which is for which this element is non-zero. Now second, focus on this and this element. First try to make this element 0, then this one, and then this one. So focus on these elements. What is the benefit of this? This I will discuss it. Look at this. So this here this element is 0. So first replace this row with either this one or this one. Here I have taken this elementary row transformation, that is R1 interchange with R3. So first row and third row are interchanged with each other. Then you will get this equivalent matrix. Now we have to make this element 0 and this is 2, so you can make it 0 by applying R2 replaced by R2 minus 2 R1. So if you apply this transformation, then this element will be 0, and similarly you can calculate other elements. So the equivalent matrix will be like this. Now this element is 2 and we need 1, so you can divide this column by 2. So the elementary transformation will be C1 divided by 2. So you will get 1 0 0. Now this column is perfect column. Okay. One other thing which you can observe here, all the elements in this row are multiple of 2. So you can divide this R2 by 2. So you will get this equivalent matrix. Now look at this. This element is 1. This is 0 0. So this is perfect one. Now we will try to make this element 0. So for this you can add R3 with R2 because it is 1 and this is minus 1. So if you add, you will get 0 here. Look at this. If you apply R3 replaced by R3 plus R2, this is 2 minus 2. It means this will again 0. This is minus 2. It will also 0. So after applying this R3 replaced by R3 plus R2, this last row will be completely 0. Now we have to focus on all these remaining elements. Once you get this kind of 1 0 0, as I told you to focus on this and this, what is the benefit of doing this? If you get this kind of pattern, then it's very easy for you to make this element 0, this element 0, this element 0. For example, you can, for this one, to make this element 0, you can apply C1 C2 replaced by C2 minus C1, because this will become 0, but these elements will not be affected because these elements are 0 0. So you can make this element very easily 0. Similarly for this one you can apply C3 minus 3 C1, and similarly for this one you can apply C4 minus C1. So apply all these column transformations, you will get this equivalent matrix. All these elements are 0. Now this one is minus 1 and we need 1, so you can multiply this column with minus 1. So to apply this column transformation, C2 equal to minus 1 C2, you will get 1 0 0 0 1 0, and remaining elements are the remaining elements will be remain as it is. Okay. Now we have to make these elements 0. It's very easy because we have this row 0 1 0. Now with the help of this row you can make these elements 0. So for this one, you can apply C3 plus 2 C1, and for this one you can apply C4 minus 2 C1. So apply these two column transformations, you will get equivalent matrix like this. Here if you observe, this is the sub-square matrix and the order here are equal to 2. So rank of this matrix is 2. So in this way you can convert a matrix into its normal form, and normal form may be one of the forms which I have described, and the rank of this matrix will be the order of the unit matrix, that is R. Here the rank is 2. So I hope that you got the concept.